Hello guys, welcome to the knowledge domain, the concept of life sciences and biotechnology. In this lecture series, we are going to learn the basics of the nervous systems. So the central nervous system that comprises the brain and the spinal cord. The signal normally passes only in one forward direction. The motor functions of the nervous systems include contraction of the skeletal muscles throughout the body, and the contraction of the smooth muscles in the internal organs, as well as the secretion from the exocrine and the endocrine glands. These are responsible for the effect, so these are also called the effectors. The motor functions is the effector. Then the autonomic nervous system that controls smooth muscles, glands, and internal bodily system that will be discussed in slightly more detail in this lecture series, in the following slides. So the role from many levels of the central nervous system, including spinal cord, reticular substance of the medulla, pons and the mesencephalon, the brainstem, the basal ganglia, cerebellum, the motor cortex. Each of these areas plays its own specific role. Okay. Like this is responsible for the motor functions, this is for the primary somatic functions, this is the interpretive area, this is the primary auditory regions, and this is the visual interpretive and the primary visual. So the lower regions of the cortex are primarily automatic, instantaneous muscle response to sensory stimuli, while the higher regions deliver the complex muscle movement controlled by the thought process of the brain. So the structural and the functional unit of the nervous system is the neurons. So here we have the cell body. So there are dendrites here. This is the olfactory nerve. You can see there is one axon here, and this is the axon terminal that will form a synapse with the cells present on our nasal chamber. Then this is the auditory. These are the two cell bodies. They are forming one axon. And you can see there is a nasal substances in the middle of the axons, and like a typical neuron, it is terminating at the end of the axons, and these are myelinated. Then this is the cutaneous. So here also the sensory response is coming from the multiple cells, and these are all myelinated. As well as these axons, you can see there are multiple branches here. This is the cell body. So this axon one is going innervating the cutaneous tissue. Then one is forming a branch, the collateral branch. This is the another one. So this is the multi-branch axon that is found in the neuron that is innervating the cutaneous surface. These are the motor neurons. Here there is a big cell body, and there is the axon hillock from where the axon started. And here also you can see the other branches which are called the collateral branches, and this is innervating the muscles by branching the axons. So this is a typical neuron, and the axon is only one strand, or it can be branched depending on what functions it is doing. And olfactory is non-myelinated, and the remaining three are the myelinated axons. There are some of the information, like the 99% of the sensory information that, like we are sitting somewhere, our skin is tossed to our clothes we are wearing, then we are in contact with the air which is not blowing, or there is no breeze is going now, then there is a light. So there are a lot of information that is sensed by the sensory neurons, and it refer to the brain, but this type of, which is not needed any attention, type of responses are discarded. Means it is constitute almost 99% of the sensory information. They are discarded by the brain. The channeling and the processing of information, like the multiple sources, like you see something presently. So then you have the very good smell, very good view. So a lot of informations are processed and they integrated. So that's the integrative function of the nervous system. So one neuron, it synapses or the makes contact with another neuron or a gland or a muscle, that is called the synapse. Okay, so there are a lot of information which are stored in the central nervous system, which are called the memory. And the synapse has a very important role in storing memory. And one of the important characters of the synapse, they transmit the same type of signal in the subsequent events where the similar type of response is needed. So this is called the facilitation. So this is a special character of the synapse. So once we have memory, this memory is used in interpreting the future signal. This is called the thinking. The major level of the central nervous system include there is a spinal cord level, there is a lower brain of the subcortical level, and there is a higher brain, the cortical level. Neural circuits in the spinal cord can cause that does not need the support from the brain. The functions like walking movement, reflexes that withdraw portion of the body from the painful objects, or stiffen the legs so that we can stand against the gravity, reflexes that control local blood vessels, GI movement, and the urinary excretions are directly controlled by the spinal cord, and it does not need the information to be shared with the brain. And the subcortical is usually the subconscious activities. Subcortical region of the brain will control the subconscious activities, and the brain regions include medulla, pons, mesencephalon, hypothalamus, thalamus, cerebellum, and the basal ganglia. The arterial pressure and the respirations are also controlled by the subconscious activities. These are subconscious activities controlled by the subcortical region of the brain, and it is present in the medulla and the pons. Equilibrium, the combined function of the older portions of the cerebellum and reticular substance of the medulla, pons, and the mesencephalon are responsible for maintaining the equilibrium of the body, or the balance of the body. Feeding reflexes like the salivation, licking of the lips in response to the taste of the food. These control regions are present in the medulla, pons, mesencephalon, amygdala, and the hypothalamus. Then the emotional patterns like the anger, excitement, sexual response, reaction to pain, reaction to pleasure can still occur after destruction of the most of the cerebral cortex. So these are all present in the subcortical regions of the brain. So the higher brain or the cortical level, they are extremely large memory storehouse. The cortex never functions alone like the subcortical region or the functions of the spinal cord. So the higher brain or the cortical level, it is a higher controlling center, but it works in coordination or in cohesion with the other parts of the central nervous systems. Information is transmitted in the CNS, mainly in the form of the axon potential, which is called the nerve impulse that we will discuss in one of the lectures, through a succession of the neurons. So the information is the axon potential, is also called the nerve impulse. Okay. So the information of the axon potential or the impulse can be blocked during the process of transmission. It can be changed from a single impulse into the repetitive impulse, or it can be integrated with the impulse from the other neurons to cause highly intricate pattern of the impulse in the successive neurons. All these functions can be classified as the synaptic function of the neurons, because there is a very vital role of the synapse in performing these functions. The synapse can be divided as chemical synapse or the electrical synapse, depending on how the junctions of the neurons or the junction of the neuron with the glands or the muscles are so when the chemicals like the acetylcholine, norepinephrine, epinephrine, histamine, GABA, glycine, serotonin, and glutamates are involved, it is a chemical synapse. Electrical synapse include the ion channels. When there is a very small gap between the two cells and the ions can transfer from one cell to another cell to the ion channel. This is also called the gap junction. So when it is present between the neurons or between the neuron and its target organ like the muscle or the gland, it is the electrical synapse. This allows the free movement of ions from the interior of the one cell to the interior of the next cell. So this is a chemical synapse. You can see there is action potential. It arrives at the presynaptic terminal of the axon. So there are the neurotransmitters that those are synthesized and stored in the synaptic vesicle. So when the action potential reaches, then these are released into the synaptic cleft. Here the synaptic cleft is 200 to 300 angstroms. And these are taken by the metabotropic receptors and the information is transferred to the postsynaptic terminal as well as the next neurons. So these are the various neurotransmitters. It can be small molecules. These are rapidly acting, like the class 1 is acetylcholine. Class 2 are the amines, norepinephrine, epinephrine, dopamine, serotonin, histamines, and the class 3 is the amino acids, like the GABA, glycine, glutamate, aspartate, or the class 4, the small molecules like the nitric oxide. So like this, there are the peptides. There are the peptides that act on the gut and the brain. So there are 39 to 40 neurotransmitters or the peptides are there. Till now, which are unknown. This is the electrical synapse. Axon potential arrived at the presynaptic terminal, but this synaptic terminal is in contact with the postsynaptic terminal to the ion channels. So here the ions move from interior of this cell into the interior of that cell. And in the chemical synapse, the gap was almost 300 angstrom. Here it is almost 10 times less, 20 to 40 angstroms. And this is found in the smooth muscle fiber, cardiac muscle cells, so that the impulse, it can be transferred or transmission of the impulse happen very fast. The another important character of the electrical synapse is they do the bidirectional transmission. So they can coordinate the activities of the large group of the interconnected neurons. And in this case, there is a synchronous firing of a group of interconnected neurons happens. The electrical response, in case of the electrical synapse, there can be the coordination among the various neurons is possible. And it has the bidirectional movement. Where the chemical synapse, there is only one way flow of the information. These are the ion channels. These ion channels we have discussed in one of our previous lectures that relates with the second messengers as well as the signalings. So when the cation channels are involved, this is usually the excitatory transmitters. And when the anion channels are, these are the inhibitory transmitters. Ion channels are not suitable for causing prolonged postsynaptic neuronal changes because they channel close within the millisecond. So as for the prolonged postsynaptic neuronal changes, chemical synapses, they can perform the functions. So here this is a receptor protein, so this is a chemical, and this is a G protein coupled receptor. This is also discussed in our signaling lecture. So there are three types of the protein here. G alpha, that is the activator. When it is bound to the GDP, it is inactive. And one is chemical synapse, means when this chemical bind to this receptor, so this GDP is dissociated and it is bind with the GTP, so that the energy is consumed in this process and it is active. So the G alpha is removed from the beta and the gamma. And after that, this can activate an ion channel. Here it is a potassium channel. So after this activation, there is a efflux of the potassium from the interior to the outside. And this active G protein or G alpha activator can do the gene transcription. And they can lead to a series of second messenger molecule activation, deactivation, the phosphorylation process to perform specific functions. And this is a membrane enzyme, means enzyme associated with an means a receptor associated with a enzyme. So the chemical synapse there are the receptor proteins that binds to the neurotransmitters and execute the functions. In this case, the chemical synapse also can open an ion channel. So there are instances where ion channels can directly transfer ions from the one cell to another, like in the electrical synapse or the gap junctions.